Owen. Ain't nobody getting by. Romans, kind sir. Thank you. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Oh, well, give me your Ukanon, since we're over here. Your Ukanon. Listen to the book.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
That's I appreciate that. A lot of time people try to figure out, I guess, what's the benefit when you go back to read. I never kind of actually thought about it that way, but the more I kind of look at it, I can see it's a benefit when I go back to read or to discover or to recollect. I mean, it's a benefit to know that whatsoever things are written aforetime were written for our learning, that we,
through patience,
and
comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
I mean, it never did that for me before, I guess simply because I was never informed in that type of way, instructed, just how important the law was, or the earlier writings. I was just never informed. I just never knew the real value of it. You know, that I didn't understand, I just kind of went past, and you go where you feel like you do understand. But you wind up losing a lot. There's a lot of things you wind up not knowing. And I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah. And, you know, typically I say Mr. Yahuwah, because I remember growing up, they used to say, you know, adults or grown people, you call them Mr. People that's older, you get a sign of respect. If anybody deserves it, it would be Mr. Yahuwah. I say it's something for a sign of respect. That's what they say for respect. I want to be in what I demonstrate more than just in what I say. As a matter of fact, sometimes you'll hear me use the terminology of Mr. Yahuwah. Because I'm certainly grateful for what he's done. You know, just to let me see him in the light that he has versus the way I seen him in darkness. I appreciate the fact that he, you know, put something in me to desire something better. I never wanted to be a saved sinner. I never wanted to be a saved sinner. I guess that's different than some people where everybody's at. I just never wanted to be a saved sinner. I never want to be a saved sinner. I want to be saved. I want to truly be delivered. I want to truly be clean. I always wanted it. I just need the information. You know what I'm saying? Even the book said that'd be first. What is it? A willing mind. Got to start somewhere. Got to have a willing mind. Y'all know that? Got to be a willing mind. Sometimes that's what happens with a lot of us. We ain't even willing to do it. That's true. A lot of us just not even the will there. If it's a will, it's got to be a to do. Y'all got it? It's got to start with a will, then it's got to be a to do. Once we put in the fact that we have that desire to do it, then we got to put forth that effort to try to make sure we do it. That's the purpose of us being here, getting this information. So we learned that whatsoever things are written aforetime, it was written for our learning. That desire I had was no good if I'm not taught. I got to have that information. I got to have information that's prevalent to salvation. You can want to be saved all you want to, but if you don't get the information, you're just not going to be saved. You can cry. I mean, you can shout. You can run. You can flip. You can put all your money into a basket. But if you're not earnest and he doesn't allow it to happen to you, that you actually get the information, you can't be saved. Y'all got it? You can't be saved. So I'm appreciative that it's nothing that I could have done on my own. Even with the desire, there's absolutely nothing I could have did on my own. Just nothing I could have did on my own. I just never saw the real value in what we read now. You know, I pretty much start there every time, you know, because it's that important to me that when I go back to look at it, he considered me. You know, a lot of times when you go back for me in earlier reading of my, you know, the time I did, it was, I looked at him more or less loving and caring more for the people that it was written about, or, you know, the writings were, you know, if it was an issue with anybody in the book that he dealt with, I looked at him having a lot of care and love for that person or those people. I didn't look at where I fit. I didn't see where I actually fit in. I just saw him as loving those people or that person, like relationships he had. Even when you look at a man like Dawood, a man that has his own heart, So you're like, wow, what does it take to be that type of person? How could you ever be that person? This person is somebody he actually favored more than other EU. No, I mean, in all the land, there was nobody like him. And then you look at those people, you consider, how can you ever meet that kind of status? You know, I don't have this talking, you know, this men talking back and forth and people saying what you hear them doing and walking with them and being translated and taken up in a whirlwind, a chariot of fire. So where exactly do you fit? I mean, you can lie to yourself. Some people say, well, people tell themselves a lot of stuff. I lied to myself too. But just being honest, when you read about these people, it's just hard to find yourself. It is, and that's why a lot of people eventually, they'll faint, and they'll give up, and they'll just pass away. So they just don't actually see themselves. Y'all got me? But for me, with the information we've gotten just over time of maturing, and a lot of times people look at why you don't get it at the first. I mean, I could have been, why he could have been doing this, or why we didn't know this before, why we went through all this, because it's a time. It's a time. It's a time. He said everything is a season. So everything is a season. It is. That's why you don't eat watermelon in December. Yeah, that's right. It ain't right. Everything is a season. There's a lot of stuff you write. It's a season for, and you appreciate when that season comes. A lot of people don't think about watermelon in no December, November, in no January. It when the watermelon say, but man, I sure want me some watermelon. Isn't that right? And when you get it, it's good. You don't realize how long did it take for it to come around. Now you got these people, you know, greenhousing and doing other stuff because people don't do it. Daoud said, wait, I say on Yahuwah, it'd be a good curve. So what they do, they try to immediately give you things, and in a way it plays with your psyche to where you don't do what Yahuwah told. Some things you're going to have to wait on. It is, you're going to have to wait on it. Y'all got it? A baby don't come out the womb walking, right? Baby get carried. Eventually baby try to stand up, they hold on to something, or the parent hold them up, eventually stand by themselves. Then the baby started to crawl, and the baby started to walk. And that's why the baby can run. But it takes time. Everything has a season. The baby has to mature, right? That's the same thing we look at with what we've gotten and what we get. It takes some maturing. Okay, let's see. This is so I see a benefit why I start here and what sort of things are written for a time or written for hours. Now, it's inclusive. So when I go back and read about Daoud and Eub and all these people, you know how that was written for me, for my learning? That if I wait and take comfort from it, it gives me hope. How does it work that I read about a relationship he had with somebody else? How does it kind of, you know, intertwine to cause me to feel that he cares for me? Because it's a lot of effort. All these different things I read about, that was an effort. All that was done for me. All this was done for us, those that will believe, those that will wait on him, those that will continue in the amunah and be not moved away from the hope of the debar. A lot of us in here, we easily get shaken. A lot of us easily get moved. It's just the truth. When things don't happen in a time period or when we feel like things should happen or some mishap happen, or if we get judged by others, people see us differently and we feel inferior when things happen or when we make mistakes, it's just easy to lean to the other side. It takes something that you don't move from your steadfastness. It takes something. You know, a lot of these people love me to go out here and smoke some weed and get drunk and give me a couple of hoes or even some niggas. Anything they want, they would love for it. But I'm patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting because somebody count on me. Sound like people that fail that do nothing. Nobody count on you anyway. It's easy for a lot of these people to fail and quit. You ain't going to do nothing anyway. A lot of people, like, you know, even for me, and I said it before, people come for different reasons. You know, it is people. It's different things that draw different people. But for me, it was for me. I didn't come for no girlfriend. Or I didn't come because I seen a girl or I had a friend and he was going, or I heard where they had a job or they were feeding people. That man troubled me. The man troubled me. Isn't that right? The man troubled me. I couldn't get no rest. I just couldn't get no consolation. I tried my best. I tried my best to see how I could get over it. I just couldn't get no rest. Sometimes some people come with other people. They'll come along and they'll hang for a while. Then the true meaning of value come out of the show. They're not honest. It ain't for everybody. You know, even the book said many are called. He ain't taking everybody. That's the truth. He ain't taking everybody. It's just the truth. I'm just appreciative. I came, he called me, I heard he troubled me, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting in for the journey. This thing almost over with now. I'd be honest with it, this thing almost over with now. It's just being honest with it. It don't make no sense now. I would have been a good time for me to quit it when I first came. When I first came, I was trying to find my way and figure how I was going to adapt in what they call the honest life, working a job, doing stuff that I felt like normal people do, waiting to get paid on a Friday or every 2 weeks. That's when I should have quit. I just be honest, that's when I should have quit right there. There's a lot of stuff that threw me. I just, man, I remember hearing, I revert back to, I remember I was working on a job, and they were sitting there talking to lady. She was talking about how she had to work, and she didn't get paid till that next following week, and she wanted to borrow $20. I was just looking. I was just like, wow. Wow, yeah. She was talking about, I was saying to myself, man, is that all the problems she got? All I had was my past that was so close. I'm just starting out this way, and I want to be so far from my past that could be my biggest worry. If I can just get $20 till I get paid next week. I like, man, my life was in a shambles. I was a total wreck. And that's all you worry about is getting $20. I said, is this what honest people do? Is this what they conversation was so broke? I was just like, wow, this is so sick. It was like an alien. Must have been like, I must have felt like E.T. They riding bikes on the ground. You know, I could ride up there in the air. And you just sit back there watch and look at what I looked at people doing. That's just something I hadn't seen so long. I just didn't know about borrowing no $20 and waiting to get paid no Friday. I was a drug dealer. I'm always getting paid. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all right? So I had to come over to some, what they call normancy and take on this type of way. If anyway I was going to quit, I'd have quit then. And I seen flat broke, and that was enough to make me look like, man, go back out in the street, just go back out and hustle, get back on your feet, stack you up some money, and come on back and you'll be straight. I had to hold out. I know it don't sound like much to some of y'all. You've been working you've been slave all your life. It's just being honest. It's just something I didn't know. I hadn't done it. So I hadn't done that so long. It was like, goodness. And then I'm going to turn around and do it now. It was like, wow. But you know what? I held on. I had a lot of offers to get out there and commit adultery. Oh, yeah, I had some good offers. I had some contracts. I could have signed on off and I could have done it, but I held on. That was a good time to turn around then and quit and give up. See, the excuses I hear people use and people do, you got to want to be saved. Man, I remember, I was getting close. I was going to get that thing right. I remember just going back. It was just like, good. Man, you got to start all the way back over. See, man, you just get tired of just starting back over, back over, back over. Till you feel in here realize, man, stay off your back. Stay off your belly. You got to get in your heart and just realize, if you're going to make this journey forward, you got to set your mind for it. It is. And stuff going to come. You won't be able to imagine the stuff that'll get you. You would only assume, I know already I'm going to lose one of my legs. Nope. I only want one of your legs. He'll hit you with something a little more shallow than that. And you'll be surprised at how the shallow things will break you down. A lot of y'all, if you lost your leg, you'll stand better. It's the truth. If overhead my member lost their leg, they'll be standing. Boy, let something simple, shallow happen to them. It'll kill them dead. It's just honest because the stuff that people will look for to happen. Some of y'all, if y'all got an illness that will take you out in a short time, you will actually get up and you'll fight the good fight of faith. Something else hit you that's a small and trivial, it'll break you down and kill you. That's how it happens a lot of times. You need to know just how shallow you are. It is. You need to know that, just how shallow you are, so you can start to build yourself up. A lot of time in your mind, that's how I try to build myself up for that big thing when the devil ride up and try to talk to me and convince me to do something. I can tell that devil, get behind me. Ain't no devil going to walk up to you and do that. That devil going to be a wife or a husband. That devil be the kid. That devil be your best friend. Ain't that right? So what you looking for don't come the way you. A lot of folks don't realize the devil been talking to them right in here. Oh, yeah, the devil been talking to them. They just don't know it. Y'all all right? I don't know. Let's see. Ukanon, chapter 6 and verse 44. Whatever reason we had that conversation, I know it right. Every now and then, it seems like the people not hearing it, but eventually, you will touch someone, people realize, I hear you. It's the truth. It's some people, they hear what I'm saying. There's some people out there that are honest, and they want to really get on their feet and stand, and they don't want to keep falling down. But you know how that's going to happen? You got to resist. I did. You know what I was waiting on? I was waiting on the power to come that I could stop smoking weed. I was waiting on that power to come so I could stop fornicating. I was waiting on that power to come. It ain't never come. You have to believe it. That's like he said. How about when y'all was just doing kafar? How many of y'all got hungry? How many of y'all got real hungry? How many of y'all got real thirsty? That thirsty thing be killing me. And you hear that, obey your thirst. Ain't nothing but the devil that obey your thirst. And I remember that commercial, that's all kind of stuff. And then you'll be wanting some of the simplest stuff you don't even eat. Some of the stuff you'll desire to do is stuff you wouldn't even normally really eat. You wouldn't think, man, you know what'll be good right now? Anything that he'll entice you with is something he knows, that's something that you would like. That's how he worked to try to get us off. But you resist it. That's the same thing you got to do with sin. You don't get no stronger than you keep standing up and resisting. Every time you give in, that's a weakness. And when you give in, that weakness will always be there. Somebody say, oh, I got a weakness, I got a sweet tooth. And you'll keep feeding it and wind up hurting you. Your sweet tooth becomes your bad tooth. That's what we learn from this way. A lot of stuff, you're going to have to resist it. A lot of things that he tries on and he move out of our life or bring in our life, it's for a reason. It's up to us to sit down and see what the rationale is behind it. Let's see this. This is 6 and 44, the book of Yehukanan. Listen to the book.
No east can come to me.
See that? No man can come to me.
Except the Abba which hath sent me draw him.
See that? He didn't tell you about men, plural, anashim. He told you no east, this individual. Yeah, it's going to be every man got to come for himself. Let's see what happens. See if that's 16:18, the book of Oriyah. Come on, yeah. Oriyah, they call it Luke. See if it's 16:17. Listen to the book.
And it is easier for Shamayim and Arats to pass than one tittle of the law to fail.
See that? Listen.
Whosoever putteth away his ashah.
16:16. See that what I want. Listen, might be 16:18. Listen.
The law and the Nabiim were until Yahukanan.
See that? What happened?
Since that time, the Malkuth of Elohim is preached.
And what happened, son?
Every ish presseth into it.
Every one of them. That's a pressing way. Isn't that right? That's a pressing way. Since all that happened now, it done came on the scene now. Your man got to press his way to get in there. That means I'm going to have to get past some opposition. Isn't that right? I'm going to have to fight through some resistance. And all the resistance ain't going to be other people all the time. Some of the resistance is going to be myself. That's just some things I naturally just don't want to do. There's some things I naturally want to just fight against because that's just nature. Isn't that right? Simply because I got the creature. And the creature himself don't want to be subject to law. Isn't that right? And I need to know that balance. I got to have an understanding of that balance to realize that it's a pressing way. Yeah. Y'all got it? Let's finish up this. Yehukanan 6 and 44. Listen to the, I'm going to see if that Galatians 1 and 6. Listen to the book.
No east can come to me, except the Abba which hath sent me draw him.
And what'll happen?
And I will raise him up at the last yom.
Y'all hear that? No east can come up, no man can come unto me except the Abba which has sent me. Draw him, and I will raise him up.
At the last yom.
What happened?
It is written in the Nabiim.
See that? What happened?
And they shall be all taught of Elohim.
See that? It's written in the Nabiim. And they shall all be taught of Elohim. Isn't that right? What was that written in the law? Yeshayahu? What did Yeshayahu say? All your children. That's not only, we said Naba'im, that plural. That would be the Nabal. That would be singular. Mushah told them we're supposed to teach it to our children and to our children's children. They're supposed to teach another generation, another Tuladal. He told the Naba'im, this has always been his instruction for us. This has always been here for us to teach. It ain't just because he told them, Yeshayahu told them, he just came on confirming what we already knew. All your Beni should be taught of me. If he told Mushah to teach it to the Beni of Yasharal, and they're supposed to teach it to their children and teach it to another, who were they supposed to be? What was he supposed to be teaching them? He was supposed to be teaching them about Elohim. And then when they learned it, they were supposed to pass it to their houses and to their children. And when their children got it, they were supposed to pass it down their children into another generation. So all Yeshayahu would have been doing for us is confirming what we already know with our Torah, our instructions. Those were our instructions that we were supposed to teach it to. So when we hear Yehukanan say it's written in Naba'im, come on, folks, we already know this. That they all should be, if he taught it to them and they taught it to their children, who would be exempt from knowing it? So guess what happened? It's written in Naba'im, they all should be taught of it. If every father taught every child, who would be exempt from knowing this? So when he told you it's written in Naba'im, they should all be taught of it, that makes sense for us. If we kept following the Torah, which is our instruction. That was our instruction. Every each, therefore,
that hath heard
and
hath learned of the Abba,
the what?
Cometh unto me.
See that? Y'all see that? Pick me at the 32nd chapter, book of Allah Shemut. They call it Exodus. I don't know. Let me see if 6 and 1. I don't know why. Let me see. I'm by him. Got that memory lapse. As long as it don't mess up in my living. Allah Shemut, they call it Exodus. See if that's 6 and 1. I might think it's 6. Might be 7 and 1. Let's see. 6 and 1. Listen to the book.
Then Yahuwah said unto Mushah, Now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh, for with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his beth.
Yeah.
And Elohim spake unto Mushah, and said unto him, I am Yahuwah. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Yitzchak, and unto Jacob by the Shem.
7 and 1. Listen.
And Yahuwah said unto Mushah, See, I have made thee a Elohim to Pharaoh, and Aharon thy Aki shall be thy Nabi.
That's good. Allah Shemut, chapter 32, and verse 24. Exodus. They call it chapter 7. Chapter 32, verse 24. Listen to the book.
And I said unto them, Whosoever hath any gold, let them break it off. So they gave it me. Then I cast it into the fire, and there came out this ox.
You see that? You get me. See if that Allah Shemut, chapter 20, verse 1. You can see what happened. Listen.
And when Mushah saw that the arm were Ara, for Aharon had made them Ara unto their shame among their enemies.
He had made them naked unto their enemies. What happened?
Then Mushah stood in the gate of the camp and said, Who is on Yahuwah's side? Let him come unto me. And all the Beni of Lui gathered themselves together unto him. Mm-hmm. And he said unto them, Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal, Put every each his sword by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp.
And do what?
Slay every each his Aki,
yeah,
and every each his companion,
yeah,
and every each his neighbor.
That's sweet now. For what reason?
And the Beni of Louis did according to the debar of Mushah.
Y'all hear that? This is what happened.
And there fell of the arm that about 3,000 anashim.
What happened?
For Mushah had said,
what did he do?
Consecrate yourselves today to Yahuwah.
Why?
Even every each upon his ben.
For what reason?
And upon his Aki.
Yeah.
That he may bestow upon you a baraka this yom.
That's good. Let's see that Allah Shemut 20:1. I was going to do all our hot dabarim. Let's see this 20:1. Exodus, they'll call it. Departure. Listen to the book.
And Elohim spake all these dabarim, saying, I am Yahuwah the Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in Shamayim above, or that is in the Arats beneath, or that is in the water under the Arats. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim.
What you do?
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
That's good. That's good. Y'all all right? So it's Renan Nabaim. That they all had to be taught of Elohim. Every each therefore that heard and learned of the Abba, what did he do? I wonder why Mushah wanted them to come to him. Seeing Elohim had made him an Elohim. And he said, who is on Yahuwah's side, let him come unto me. And the Beni of Louis, they came to him. They came to him. I wonder how they wound up doing that. And then he told you why. Because Mushah had said. Basically, he told you because he had taught them. See, it's written in Nabim, they all got to be taught of him. Every each therefore that they heard and learned. Louis coming. Louis came. That's what they did. They came to him because they were taught. They saw the behavior of the people. This is what we look at, what hurt a lot of in him, out there. That's what hurt a lot of people. When he called them to do something nobody couldn't do if they weren't taught. Nobody couldn't do it if they weren't taught. Let's see what he said in Matthew, chapter 10. Matthew. 10:34. Matthew, they call it Matthew. Sometimes we forget. Listen to the book.
Think not that I am come to send shalom on the Arats.
You said what now?
Think not that I am come to send shalom on the Arats.
Y'all say that? He said he didn't want y'all to think he came to get peace to the Arats. What did you do?
I came not to send shalom.
You say you didn't come to send peace?
I came not to send shalom.
What did you do?
But a sword.
What was it again that Mushah needed them to do? He needed everybody to take his sword. He needed every one of them that were taught. Everybody that knew him, he needed them to come and take their sword. Let's see what we want to cut. Listen.
For I am come to set an Ish at variance against his Abba, and the Bath against her aim, and the Bath in law against her aim in law.
What happened?
And an Ish's foes shall be they of his own household.
That's why they killed him. Hey, look, if you'll turn your back on Mr. Yahuwah, you'll go against him, I'll kill you. I'll kill you myself. See, that's how you know a lot of us ain't real with it. What is they going to take us? So he said, I didn't come to. When Mushah came down from on top, pick me up at 32 and about verse 5. Allah Shemut. See for about 32 and 5. They still got Allah Shemut. They call it Exodus. It's to the point in time now where people got to really make their mind up where you at. It done got late now. It's like the book said, the Layla is far spent. The humans at hand. We got to cast out the works of Kashal. We got to put on the armor of our Aura. That's just being honest. It done got bad. It just got late. It done got too late now. It done got too late to turn around. Some of you turn around now. It's at the last hour now. Man, I feel I'm about to hit the 11th hour. I don't want to stop now. It won't be long. He going to get ready to call us in. He can start paying them that been working. But see, I show pattern of behavior. And this is why a lot of us don't do what we got to do. Because somehow we just reject it. We just refuse to take it. And that's dangerous in itself. It's dangerous when you sit around and you do some of the stuff you do. Because one way or another, the bar will find every one of us out. Yeah, it'll find us out. Oh, and sit at 4 and 12. Who know what I want? Abadyah. Isn't that right? You hold that. Let's go ahead and get this right quick. Allah Shamu, 32 and 5. They call Exodus. Listen.
And when Aharon saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aharon made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a Muhadi to Yahuwah. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought shalom offerings in the arm, sat down to eat and to drink, and rose up to play. And Yahuwah said unto Mushah, go, get thee down, for thy arm, which thou broughtest out of the Beth of Mizraim, have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way.
People here brought from Aban, which should be a servant. It means to work for another. Abad. That's what it means to work for another. You have a job, you are Abad. Means you work for another. He said, I brought them out from doing that. From Abad, from working for another. That's what he did. Even we had, some of us had sold ourselves. You know what we were supposed to do? We were supposed to redeem them. Redeem them would be to put them back. Because we weren't originally working for people. So he said, I want to put you back. Y'all remember Abraham employer? Y'all remember the guy who Luke used to work for? I know. See, it's a difference when you're Abadyah. That means you're Yahuwah's bond. You work for Yahuwah. When you just Abad, that's just bad. I mean, you work for another. Just like when you commit sin. You're Abed. You work for somebody. Another. You're not working for him. That's the difference with putting the Yah behind. That signifies who you work for. He said, but he came down. He said, I redeemed you from that. I put you back in your state where you was before. Y'all all right? So when you're committing sin, it makes sense for you to understand that you're Abad. You work for another. That's the key now. You don't just work. You work for another. You don't work for him. You're working for somebody else. That's going to be bad for you. So he came to redeem you from working for somebody else. How many of y'all understand the work and the work for somebody else? To have an employer. Okay, the problem is you don't work for him. You're just Abad. That's all you are. Abadyah would be different. So that means you work for me. So now when you commit sin, you're Abad. You're not Abadyah. Got it? You work for another. Y'all got it? I always say, and no ish can. You can't be Abad and Abadyah. That's what he just told you. You couldn't be both. Because you're going to love one and hate the other. Or you're going to hold to one and let the other go. We good with that? Just something we got to consider. Look the word up. That's what it tell you there. It means to work for another. You say you're working, but he wants you to specify. You work for another. Well, he said, I came and I brought you out of that. I redeemed you from the house of bondage. Huh? I brought you from being a slave to something. You were powerless. Just like when you commit sin, it shows that you are powerless. Got it? So the whole purpose was to come to redeem you from being powerless. An employee can't run no job. An employee has an employer. Isn't that right? There's somebody that's over you. So you're still not in control. So he said, I came to put you in control. I came to make you Abadyah. Y'all got it? I want you to be my bondsman. I don't want you working for another. That's why he had to get you from sin. Y'all all right? That's all right. I know in the old times and even now people are loan employers to other people, but you're doing the same slave work. Sometimes they would let slaves go from a plantation, go help somebody on another plantation. Guess what you still are? A slave. You're still a slave. You say, that's another master, but you're still doing the same work. When you're talking about two masters, I'm telling you to do opposite of what they're telling you. This is going to be a problem. You're going to like the one that lets you do what you want to do, which you commit sin. Y'all got it? Abadyah, that's what we're looking for, right? Make sense, bro? Well, he said, I came and redeemed you out of the house of bondage. He didn't use sin. He just told you he came to get you away from a job. Let's talk about what he's talking about. What were they doing on the job? Hard tasks. That's what they was doing, hard tasks. I agree. What were they doing? What did he say again? I'm just curious. What did he say again?
And Yahuwah said unto Mushah,
he said unto Mushah,
Go, get thee down, for thy arm which thou broughtest out of the Beth of Mitzrayim.
Is that what we stopped at? Is that what we stopped at?
Have corrupted themselves.
That's not what we stopped at. What was your last statement before I started talking?
They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them.
Uh-huh.
They have made them a molten calf, a molten ox, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy Elohim, O Yasharal, which have brought thee up out of the Beth of Mizraim. And Yahuwah said unto Mushah, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked arm. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation. Mm-hmm. And Mushah besought Yahuwah his Elohim, and said, Yahuwah, why doth thy wrath wax hot against thy arm, which thou hast brought forth out of the Beth of Mizraim, with great power and with a mighty hand?
See that? If he had to come and get you with great power, what did you have? No power. You know, the book told us that when we were without strength, guess what he did? He died. That's what he did. When we were without it, that's what he did. We didn't have enough. We didn't have the power. Just like you didn't have the power to stop sinning. You didn't have it. So somebody had to redeem you. You have to look at your life as a sinner and a transgressor to the same magnitude of what they're doing here. Well, I don't know why he didn't go back. He told me redeem them from the house of bondage. Am I correct? But he just kept going like he knew he was right. That's a statement you made. He redeemed them from the house of bondage. And with saying that, I asked you guys, what were we doing on the job? Hard bondage. What were we doing on the job? Huh? Doing their work. What were we doing on the job? What they told us to do. Pick me up at Uyakra, 18:1. They call it Leviticus. Uyakra. And this means, and he called. and 1. Listen to the book.
And Yahuwah spake unto Mushah, saying,
Listen what he said.
Speak unto the Beni of Yasharal.
Y'all hear that? So he'd have been speaking. Let's see what would happen. Which our word would be Amar, wouldn't it? Listen.
And say unto them,
what?
I am Yahuwah your Elohim. After the doings of the land of Mitzrayim, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Y'all hear that? Like what?
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do.
Like what?
Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein.
You know the difference, I think, when we say just say unto them. We don't take this him actually teaching them. Because our law, well, what we learned from Ukanan is written not mean they all had to be taught of all of it. When he just say to them, it's just like you just saying, he would have been instructing them. He would have been instructing them. He would have been enlightening them. He would have been informing them concerning Yahuwah. So a man wouldn't err. After the doing of Mitzrayim shall you not do, and after the doing of the people of Canaan, where they were going. You know what people mess up here? They sin out there, and then they come in here. Don't sin like you did out there. Then they'll get in here and hook up with some more sinners and do what they do. He just told them I was going to be around sinners. The land of Canaan was what Canaan. It's the same land we were coming to take that we were going to eventually become Jerusalem. So he let us know it was going to be saved. Then people come and go, I can't believe sinners in here. He just told them sinners were down. He said, don't do what the sinners did out there. Don't get hooked up with no sinners in him. You should keep my ordinance in mind. See, they always try to get by and get over. Book got everybody, though. Anyway, they ain't going to find no way everybody right. If Yahushua had it down to 12 and one of them was a devil, ain't no way in the world I'm going to keep these folks all right. But I guarantee what you ain't going to get on me, I ain't going to be no devil. I guarantee you ain't going to get on me, I'm going to be no devil. Listen to the book.
I am Yahuwah your Elohim.
Yeah.
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if an each do, he shall live in them. I am Yahuwah.
Y'all hear that? He said, you should keep my statutes and my judgment. He said, and if a man do it, he going to have eternal life. What did he say?
Which if an each do, he shall live in them.
He going to live by them. He's going to live by them. Y'all got it? That's how a man's going to live. He's going to live by them. Somebody told us that. See what happened in the 10th chapter of the book of Romans, 10 and 1. Oh, what you got? Listen to the book.
Aki, my heart's desire and Palal to Elohim for Yasharal is
that
they might be saved.
For
I bear them record.
If his heart desire was for them to be saved, what were they? That ain't hard to put together, is it? And he said, keep on saving them. Desire his law and his heart was for them to be saved because they weren't saved. Why I bear them record.
That they have a zeal.
Like a lot of people have around here. Some people got zeal. Some people ain't got that. Some people got peel, which you got from a lemon. You're talking about a zeal. It's an enthusiasm. Isn't that right? An enthusiasm. That's a start. People need to start somewhere. And the people he said that he wanted to see, so he said, man, they just out there. They ain't got no hope at all. He didn't tell you that. He said they had a zeal. But
not according to knowledge.
See that? They lack information. You see, I'm pointing the law. It's written in Naveen that they should all do what? So I see what their problem is. I see the zeal. They need to be informed. That's what he was using Mushah for. Mushah was teaching them. He was teaching them because it's written in your Naveen. Listen, teach the Beni of Yasharal. Teach them my ordinances and my statutes. That if a man do these things, he going to live in them. You need to know what's going to happen when you break them. You need to know what's going to happen when you go against them. Listen.
For they, being ignorant of Elohim Sadiq.
Ignorant is something you don't know. Which means somewhere or another, communication was broken. Communication was broken. How did Yasharal get ignorant? Based on what Mushah was telling us, he taught them. He gave them law, statute, and commandment. How did Yasharal get to a point that they were ignorant? Now look at communication. Let's see what happened. Pick me up and see if that's Dabari Hayamin 15 and 1. They call it 2 Chronicles. Beth. Dabari Hayamin. This is the matter of the days. They set him out on the words. Listen to the book. 2 Chronicles 15:1. Listen.
And the Ruach of Elohim came upon Azariah the ben of Oded.
Yeah.
And he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa,
Y'all
and
hear
all
that?
Yehuda and Benjamin.
You want Asa to hear him and all Yehuda and Benjamin?
Yahuwah is with you.
You will hit when?
Yahuwah is with you.
When?
While ye be with him.
And
if ye seek him, he will be found of you.
listen.
But if ye forsake him, he
What
will
happened?
forsake you.
What happened?
Now for a long season, Yashral hath been without the Amat Elohim,
And what else?
and without a teaching Kohan,
And what else?
and without law.
Uh-huh.
But when they were in their trouble,
What happened?
but when they in their trouble did turn unto Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal,
What happened?
and sought him, he was found of them.
So we see what the problem is. Because we got to look at it. Let's see what happened again at 10:1. Just listening from that. Romans 10:1. We just kind of connect because when you, I guess sometimes you read, you need to kind of look at what is he actually saying. Let's see what happened. 10:1. Romans. Aki.
My heart's desire and Palal to Elohim for Yasharal is that they might be saved.
See that? That's what I'm hoping for. For what reason?
I bear them record that they have a zeal of Elohim
But not.
according to knowledge.
You know what? As long as it's in your heart that you just want to do it, he'll work it out. Not going to work nothing out if you ain't taught. He can't work out nothing you ain't taught. The stuff that we believe, you just got to just be reading, just got to believe. You got to be taught. There's no way in the world. All this stuff we've been told, these people been conjuring hope for us. It don't even make sense. This man just told us these people, everybody know that. How you going to say Yasharal not his people? Not his own. That's going to be stupid. Everybody know Yasharal his people. Everybody know Yasharal his own. But he just said he bear them record. They got a zeal. He said, but they didn't have no knowledge. But they being
Ignorant
of
Elohim Sadiq
and gone about
to establish their own Sadiq,
have not did what?
submitted themselves unto the Sadiq of Elohim.
Now look what now in the 15th chapter of Beth Dabari Hayamin, they call 2 Chronicles the 15th chapter. We just clearly heard what happened. The Ruach moved upon Azariah, and he called Asa and told all Benjamin and Yehuda. He said, listen, hear ye me. Yahuwah be with you while you be with him. And if you forsake him, he will forsake you. So if these people didn't have the knowledge and he wanted them to be saved, what happened? They forsook him. He told you for a long season they had been without instruction, Torah, or Murai, because they forsook him. And when they forsook him, he forsook them. So what are we going to do? What are we doing when we read the 10th chapter? Okay, we can say all we want. Yeah, here's the heart desire and prayer for Yasharal that they might be saved. For he better than record they have a zeal of Elohim, but not according to knowledge. They being ignorant. How do you fix it? How do you fix it? What was broken? If you don't know law, what was broken? If they didn't have knowledge, what was broken? That means they had to forsake him. So when they forsook him, they wound up not having a teacher. They wind up not getting instructions. But now, if they turn, let's see what happened in their troubles. And y'all pay attention. Beth, Malachi, I'm sorry, 2 Chronicles, they'll call it 15. I think he had 3. It's Beth, Dabarim, Beth, Dabari, Hayamin. They put Dabari, Hayamin. It's in 15:3. We'll do 15:1. They still got me Romans 10:1. Listen.
And the Ruach of Elohim came upon Azariah the ben of Oded.
Y'all hear that? The Ruach came upon him. And what did he say?
And he went out to meet Asa and said unto him,
What?
Hear ye me, Asa,
Listen.
and all Yehuda and Benjamin. Yahuwah is with you while ye be with him.
Listen what happened.
And if ye seek him, he will be found of you.
Listen.
But if ye forsake him, he will forsake you.
See that? If you forsake him, he will forsake you. Listen.
Now for a long season, Yasharal hath been without the Amat Elohim,
Yeah.
and without a teaching Kohan,
And what else?
and without law.
See that? That makes season. Now, how long they... so what had them without him so long? Huh? Disobedience? Let's see what he said.
But when they in their trouble did turn unto Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal,
What happened?
and sought him, he was found of them.
That means they had to call something back to mind. Isn't that right? Let's see what happened in 2 Peter. They're going to call it Beth Cuff. So 2 Peter 3:1. Cuff. 3:1. 2 Peter, they'll call it. Chapter 3 and verse 1. Listen to the book.
This second epistle, beloved.
Y'all hear that? The second letter, beloved. What happened?
I now write unto you.
You see that? Did I now write unto you? For what reason?
In both which I stir up your pure minds.
You said I'm going to teach you for the first time what?
I stir up your pure minds.
About what?
Way of remembrance.
Zakah. Zakah. Just to remind. Zakah. That's all he just did. Zakah. He just reminded them. See what happened? Trouble caused them to reflect back. He said, this second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in which I stir up your pure mind by way of, what was it again? So I ain't teaching you nothing new. I just had to call you back to remembrance. And you know what you can't do? Remember something you don't know. Yep. See that? But you know what caused them to do that? When they were in their troubles. You know when else they would remember that? Pick me up at the 3rd chapter of Allah Shamut. Is this important? You got to have a connection. This is why a lot of people don't realize why they're not getting delivered. This is why a lot of people stay in the trouble and stay in the mess they're in. Let's see what happened. 3:1. Allah Shamut, they call Exodus 3:1. Listen to the book.
And now Moshe kept the flock of Jethro, his Abba-in-law.
So what would that make him? Aki? A who? A Ra'ah. That's right. A Ra'ah. So it makes sense. He already getting experience. He already getting experience right here. The fact that he would already know how to keep sheep. That's when they came and got Daoud. When they sat around and get the Beni of Yeshi, the next thing you know, they went around. He asked, is this yet all your being? He said, I got one more. Wait. He said, he keeping sheep. He said, go fetch him. We ain't going to eat until he come. Y'all know that? They ain't get Pasaka until Moshe came. We weren't going to eat till he came. We were keeping sheep. Listen to the book.
The Kohan of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of Elohim, even to Horeb. And the Malaki of Yahuwah appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moshe said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when Yahuwah saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet. For the place whereon thou standest is Kadosh ground. Yeah. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of thy Abba, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yitzchak, the Elohim of Yaakov. And Moshe hid his face, and he was afraid to look upon Elohim. Mm-hmm. And Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people.
What did he say now?
I have surely seen the affliction of my people.
What did he do again?
I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Mitzrayim, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters.
You ain't going to believe what happened when they were in trouble. When they was in trouble, they called on him. That's what you learn in Beth Malakim. In Beth Dabari Hayamim. See, when they was in their troubles, they did call on him. See, when those people had gotten themselves in such a fix, and you ain't going to believe what happened, for a long season, they had been without the true Elohim. They had been without law and without teaching Malachi and without teaching Morai, Kohan. They had been without it. But guess what happened when they was in their trouble? They did call, and he was found of them. See, we learned that. So these are things, when they lost and they had been cut off from it, guess what happened? These people start to consider, what do I know? So they would kept listening to statements he kept. A lot of times he would speak, that he would send Mushah speak. He would always refer to himself as the Elohim that delivered them from the house of bondage. So what exactly happened when we were in bondage? We had hard tests, man. We had rigorous work. People died under the yoke. And when we cried unto him, he heard our cry, and he delivered us from bondage. So now they found themselves in a situation when they were afflicted, it would only be natural. I just stirred their pure mind by way of remembrance. That's what you do. You stir their pure mind by way of remembrance. What do you know? So you can't activate something you don't have. You can't recall something you don't know. So it will be important to teach them, because they, in their trouble, they're going to have to seek him. And if you seek him, you ain't going to believe what happened. He'll be found of. That's how important it was that we had to be taught. 80 level. Amos. They call it Amos. Yeah, let me say 8 and 9. Make it 8 and 7. I don't know why. I mean, that's what it sounds, right? They'll work it. Amos, they call it Amos 8 and 7. Matter of fact, make it 8 and 1 first. Amos 8 and 1. Listen to the book.
Thus hath Yahuwah Elohim shewed unto me, and behold, a basket of summer fruit.
See that? A basket of summer fruit. What happened?
And he said, Amos, what seest thou?
And what did he say?
A basket of summer fruit.
You said a winter basket for what, Christmas?
A basket of summer fruit.
You said an Easter basket. You saw a basket of summer fruit. Tell her what happened, son.
Then said Yahuwah unto me,
what did he say?
The end is come upon my arm of Yasharal.
What time do we know to associate with fruit and end? In gathering. So-called. He said that's what just happened. Just as you see this pari that you have in the basket, this is the same thing getting ready to happen now. You're getting ready to take in, and this is the last time. So Kar is in the end of the year, we call it. This is the last time you'll gather. That's what we know. When he comes, he's going to gather all nations. And he's going to do just like a shepherd. He's going to sit down and divide them like a shepherd do from the goat, the sheep from the goat. He'll do just like they do when they sit down with fruit. They take them in. Some of it just not appealing. So he letting them know the end is coming upon my people. Listen what happened.
I will not again pass by them anymore.
See that? What happened?
And the songs of the temple shall be Ika in that Yom, saith Yahuwah Elohim.
Shall be howling. What happened? Listen.
There shall be many dead bodies in every Malkum. They shall cast them forth with silence.
Yeah.
Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the Beth to fail.
Yeah.
Saying, when will the new Yaruk be gone,
Yeah.
that we may sell corn,
Yeah.
and the Shabbat, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit,
Yeah.
that we may buy the poor for silver,
And
the needy for a pair of shoes,
yeah.
yea, and sell the refuse of the wheat.
Yeah.
Yahuwah hath Shabbat by the excellency of Yaakov. Surely I will never forget any of their works.
Mm-hmm.
Shall not the Beth tremble for this?
See that? Shall not the house shake for this? What happened?
And every one mourn that dwelleth therein.
How they gonna mourn? Like a man mourning for his only son. He's gonna mourn just like they do for their only son, their only being. Listen.
And it shall rise up wholly as a flood.
See that? It'll come up just like a flood. What happened?
And it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Mitzrayim.
Yes.
And it shall come to pass in that Yom,
What happened?
saith Yahuwah Elohim.
When this happened? When did this happen? What happened? It happened after he arose, it told you many of the bodies of the believers, they came into the city. They came up. They came in right after he resurrected. He wasn't the only person got up. After he had died, he said, men, the body of the believers, they all got up and came right into the city. Came right into the city. Them folk came and hold it just like a flood. I don't know, let's see what he said. Abadyah 27. They look at me like I'm making up stuff, I guess. 27:59. Let's see when all this happened. They said on the two. $27.49. Abadyah, they call Matthew. Listen to the book.
The rest said, let us see whether Yahweh will come to save him. Yahusha, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the Ruach.
And what happened?
And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom.
Should not the house shake for this? The house shouldn't shake for this. Just told you what the temple just did. He told you it was going to happen. You just have to pay attention. Listen.
And the arats did quake, and the rocks rent.
Should not the house shake for this? And what happened?
And the graves were open, and many bodies of the Kadash which slept arose.
They're like the flood. When did this happen?
And came out of the graves after his resurrection.
And did what?
And went into the Kadash city and appeared unto many.
They're like a flood. Isn't that right? Hit me back up at 8. What you left out, 8 and 7?
Verse 9.
Almost 8 and 9. Let them get it. Almost, they call Amos 8 and 9. Listen to the book.
And it shall come to pass in that Yom, saith Yahuwah Elohim, that I will cause the Shamash to go down at noon.
See that? And what happened?
And I will darken the Arats in the clear Yom.
See that? He set us up to let us know what was going to happen. We should have been looking for all this. Isn't that right? Y'all all right? He started letting us know what was going to happen, declaring the end at the beginning. Isn't that right? We understood this. The dead and Mashiach are going to rise first. We done already seen the premise of that. Isn't that right? Not only here, even with your cousin, when he came around, they called Ezekiel. He told him to nobble. And nobble to him. All of them took on Sinu and all, they got to give them up. They got to get up. Isn't that right? They got to get up. We already been seeing this coming. We should have already been seeing this coming. I think your word going to be Zorach. Z-A-R-A-C-H. For resurrect. Rock. That's sure rock. That look at that boy make. I put a K. H. I put a K. I'll find a form of the cough. I mean of the listen.
And I will turn your muhadi into mourning.
See that? Y'all see what he said? He's going to turn your what?
Muhadi into mourning.
When did he do this? Where were y'all? Chapter 24. Luke, they call it. Let's see if it's 24 and 15. See if it's 14. Luke, they'll call it. Chapter 24, verse 14. It's Oriyah, 24 and 14. Y'all shining. Listen.
And they talked together of all these things which had happened. And it came to pass that, while they communed together and reasoned, Yahushua himself drew near and went with them.
Listen.
But their eyes were holden that they should not know him.
Listen.
And he said unto them, what manner of communications are these?
You said what now?
What manner of communications are these?
So they were just talking? What happened?
That ye have one to another.
That you do what?
As ye walk and are sad.
He told you what I'm going to do to your muhadi. It was sad. He told you what was going to happen. That's how important it is just looking at what he said, how it line up to your law. That's how it line up. What did they tell him?
And the one of them, whose name was Cleopas, answering, said unto him,
What happened?
Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem?
And what happened?
And hast not known the things which are come to pass there in these Yamim?
Tell him what happened.
And he said unto them, What things? And they said unto him, Concerning Yahushua of Nazareth,
what?
Which was a Nabi mighty in deed and debar before Elohim and all the people.
Yeah.
And how the chief Kohanim and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death.
Yeah.
And have crucified him.
Listen.
But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Yasharal.
And what happened?
And beside all this Yom is the third Yom since these things were done.
That's smooth. Listen what happened. Other one say I'm talking, let me say, see if that's 12 Zechariah. They call it Zechariah. I'm going to let you finish up, Brendan, what you got since we're on Zechariah, chapter 12. See if it's about verse 7. Listen.
Yea, and certain Nashim also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre. And when they found not his body, they came, saying that they had also seen a chazun of Malachim, which said that he was alive. And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre, and found it even so as the Nashim had said.
Yeah.
But him they saw not.
Yeah.
Then he said unto them,
Hold what you got. Zechariah. Zechariah, chapter 12, and about verse 6. Listen to the book.
In that Yom will I make the governors of Yehuda like an hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheaf, and they shall devour all the arm round about on the right hand and on the left, and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own Malchum, even in Jerusalem. Yahuwah also shall save the tents of Yehuda first, that the kabud of the Beth of Daoud and the kabud of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Yehuda.
Yeah.
In that Yom shall Yahuwah defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that Yom shall be as Daoud.
Yeah.
The Beth of Daoud shall be as Elohim, as the Malachi of Yahuwah before them. And it shall come to pass in that Yom that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And I will pour upon the Beth of Daoud and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the Ruach of Khan and of supplications, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
Yeah.
And they shall mourn for him.
They shall do what?
Mourn for him.
Yeah.
As one mourneth for his only ben.
That's good. That's good. Tell you what, I'm going to let you finish up what you got. Family, John will give me 16 and 11. Matayahu. Then I want Matayahu. Chapter 12, 36. That's how that work out. This is my. Then we're gonna finish up that Oriel. We're gonna jump back there and jump back down to 20. You left out 24, 25.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're gonna play with this for a little bit, and we're gonna jump back at 6. Then we're gonna jump back over at 24 and 14. That'd be good. This is Matayahu chapter 16, verse 11. Other one got me Matayahu chapter 12 at verse 36. Listen to the book.
How is it that you do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread?
What was he talking about?
That ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
Listen what happened.
Then understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread,
but what?
But of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
So he was not talking about no lakam. Listen what happened.
When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi,
what did he do?
He asked his Mathetus, saying, Whom do Anashi say that I, the ben of Ish, am? And they said, Some say...
What you just said again, friend?
Whom do Anashim say that I, the ben of Ish, am?
Yeah.
And they said, Some say that thou art Yahuchanan the Immerser.
You see that? That's what they're saying. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Because he was favored. That would make sense because he favored him. That's what they came and asked you, Yahuchanan, are you him? He came along doing similar work. He said, I indeed immerse you. What was it again? With what? With Ma'im. But he that come after me going to immerse you with Ruach HaKodesh. So we did similar works. I'm using Ma'im, he going to use Ruach. That's why you were confused, because we're doing the same work. You ain't going to believe you say Adam, you just do. You would definitely just call him the son of Elohim. Simply because he's been doing a similar work. Come on, it wasn't like he was, they confused him with him, and Yahuchanan was shooting an arrow. He was a good arrow shooter. Don't make sense. That's why I want to know if he him. Because I see everybody coming to you, and you're immersing them. And we've been hearing, we know about immersion, so we're assuming that you must be him. Because immersing with Ma'im was a sign of purifying. He tell you he's going to immerse you with the Ruach, and with what? Because he told you he was going to bring you through the fire. It was going to be a form of purifying. That's what the Ruach was going to do. That's why he referred to it as fire. Because he told you he took you through the fire. So it made sense for him to tell you about fire. Both are used for purifying. You can wash or burn. Both used for purifying. You can wash or burn. Listen. And also, you can also destroy with both of them. Ask Yahuwah. First time he used water, you ain't going to believe what he's using this time. Fire. He told you he that come after me, he going to be using fire. You can use both of them. Save some and kill some. Purify some and burn the others up. Which is easy. Listen.
And they said, some say that thou art Yahuchanan the Immerser.
Yeah.
Some Eliyahu, and others Yahu, or one of the Nabiim.
Listen what happened.
And he said unto them,
what did he tell them?
But whom say ye that I am?
And what did he say?
And Shimon Kaf answered and said, Thou art the Mashiach.
The who?
The Ben of the living Elohim.
What happened?
And Yahushua answered and said unto him,
what did he tell him?
Barak art thou, Shimon ben Yonah.
Why?
For flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee.
But my who?
My Abba which is in Shamayim.
That's good. Good. Abadyah chapter 12, verse 36. Abadyah chapter 12, verse 36. Listen to the book.
But I say unto you that every idle debar that Anashim shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the yom of judgment.
Yeah.
For by thy dabarim thou shalt be justified.
Yeah.
And by thy dabarim thou shalt be condemned.
Yeah.
Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Adonai, we would see a ot from thee.
See that? We want to see a sign. We need an indicator. What happened?
But he answered and said unto them,
what did he tell them?
And Rasha and adulterous Tuledoth seeketh after a ot.
See that? They're going to seek after a sign, or indicator, or direction. What happened?
And there shall no ot be given to it.
But what?
The ot of the Nabi Yunah.
What happened?
For as Yunah was 3 Yamim and 3 Layla in the whale's belly.
What happened?
So shall the Ben of Ish be 3 Yamim and 3 Layla in the heart of the Arats.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see what happened. Hit me up again, please, kind sir, at 24, Abadyah chapter 24, verse 14. And he'll pick me back up at Zechariah chapter 12. I said about verse 9. Listen to the book.
Then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart to believe.
No, pick me up at 14. 24:14.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Listen.
And they talked together of all these things which had happened. And it came to pass that, while they communed together and reasoned, Yahushua himself drew near.
And what happened?
And went with them.
Go ahead.
But their eyes were holden that they should not know him.
Yeah.
And he said unto them, What manner of communications are these that ye have one to another?
That you do what?
As ye walk and are sad.
And do what? See that? And what happened?
And the one of them, whose name was Cleopas, answering said unto him,
What did he say?
Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known the things which are come to pass there in these Yamim?
Yeah.
And he said unto them, What things? And they said unto him, Concerning Yahusha of Nazareth, which was a Nabi, mighty in deed and debar before Elohim and all the people. And how the chief Kohanim and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death, and have crucified him.
Yeah.
But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Yasharal.
And what happened?
And beside all this Yom is the third Yom since these things were done.
Yeah.
Yea, and certain Nashim also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre. And when they found not his body, they came, saying that they had also seen a Chazun of Malachim, which said that he was alive.
What happened?
And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre, and found it even so as the Nashim had said.
But who?
But him they saw not.
That's good. Let's see what happened. There's 12 and 9. Oh, don't get me right quick. Yeshayahu 9 and 6, and we're going to come back and pick up that 24, 25. Listen to the book.
And it shall come to pass in that Yom
What happened?
that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem.
Come on.
And I will pour upon the Beth of Dawood and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the Ruach of Khan and of supplications, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced,
Yeah.
and they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only ben.
Y'all hear that? 9 and 6. Yeshayahu. You get me Oriah 22, 24, 25. Listen.
For unto us a child is born,
Y'all hear that? For unto us a child is born.
unto us a ben is given,
What happened?
and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Listen.
And his name shall be called Wonderful,
Yeah.
Counselor,
What else?
the Mighty Elohim,
Yeah.
the Everlasting Abba,
Yeah.
the Prince of Shalom.
Yeah.
Of the increase of his government and Shalom there shall be no end.
What happened?
Upon the throne of Dawood and upon his Malkuth,
Yeah.
to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever.
That's beautiful. 24, 25. Oriah. They call Luke. Listen to the book.
Then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart to believe
What?
all that the Nabiim have spoken.
Ought not what?
Mashiach, to have suffered these things.
You said ought not he to do what now?
To have suffered these things.
So you telling me he was supposed to come down here, he was supposed to die and suffer the things he went through? So I'll be crying like a man cry for his only son. That's why he would be called Son of Man. How am I cry for somebody that ain't related to me? I have no common connection. That's why he wanted to know, who do people say that the Ben of Ish is, the Son of Man is? He need to know what they're catching on. When he caught them walking, they were talking. He told them they were going to mourn and one mourn for their only child. The only way to make that happen, under us a child is born. Under us, he had to give us a son. So you will cry for him. That's the only way we're going to happen. That's why he called him a fool and slow of heart to believe all that the Nabi has spoken. Ought not the Mashiach that suffered these things and unaware?
Into his kabul.
How my increase going to happen? How my government going to get us? He done told you about the government of Yehuda. How it's going to be established. It's going to be like a heart of fire. And he told you, and Yehuda done told you the same thing. Who fan? His winter is in his hand. And he going to thoroughly purge his floor. He going to burn that thing. We've been looking for Yehuda. We already knew that he ain't going to be a heart. He's going to be like a heart of fire. Listen.
And beginning at Mashah,
And
all the Nabiim,
what did he do?
he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself.
See that? That's why we're here. He had to go through and try to teach them why. That's why they would say, he want to know what manner of communication that you walk one with another and you're sad. Well, your law already told you what was going to happen. He said when they mourn, it's going to be like somebody mourning for their only child. And the whole time he came, he kept referring to himself as the Ben of Ish. Trying to show you how he connected. Somebody both human and what they would call divine. Isn't that right? I don't know what we're going to do. Y'all all right? It's that important. It's that important to pay attention to what he's doing. That was law. That was instruction. What you think was going to make them people cry? They felt the connection to him. The same way he gave you a Kohan. He had to give you somebody that had to come from you. Because that man had to have compassion for you, both for the ignorant and for the forward. Because he himself was also compassed about with infirmities. He had to give us somebody like that. And with that, he had to give us somebody we'll have a care for too. Y'all all right? He had to give us somebody we have a care for too. That was just like my only son. Isn't that right? That's what he was trying to ask him. Who do men say that I am? And God told her, he said, thou art the Mashiach, the men of the living Elohim. He said, Baraka. He said, called flesh and blood didn't reveal it. But my Abba, which is the Shamayim. So he understood exactly where he came from. He came and gave us a son. That's why we called him our son, just like he his son. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Let's see what happened at 1:1, Romans. Matthew. At 22:42. Matthew. Listen to the book.
Shaul, a Abad of Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's right. So he cleared it up. He didn't just tell you he was no Abad, did he? Because he know what that word means. He works for others. You want to clear it up. I work for Yahushua HaMashiach. Listen.
Called to be an apostle, Badal unto the Debar of Elohim.
So they say separated. All it makes sense for our Lord on it. You ain't gonna believe what happened. When Mushah saw that people had sinned, you ain't believe what he did. He said, who is on Yahuwah's side? Well, he just told you he was called. He said, I was called to him. I was called to the man. Don't worry about it. Listen.
Which he had promised afore by his Nabiim in the Kudash scriptures.
See that? And written in the Nabiim, they all had to be taught of them. What did he tell them?
Concerning his ben.
See that? Concerning who?
His ben.
Who?
Yahushua HaMashiach.
And what else?
Our Adoni.
What else?
Which was made of the seed of Daoud according to the Basar.
See that? Son of man. And was declared?
To be the ben of Elohim.
With what?
Power.
That's what he came down and got us out with. When he came and told Mushah, he heard our cry. He said he was going to deliver us with power. So it made sense if you were going to be delivered from sin, he delivered them from the house of bondage, from Abad. Wouldn't it make sense that he would send somebody to deliver us from sin that would have power? 28:17, Matthew. Y'all see the correlation? Let's see. 28:17, Matthew. Isn't that right? Let's see what it said. Listen to the book.
And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying,
What did he say?
All power is given unto me in Shamayim and in Arats.
What are we going to do with that? What would that mean for us? If he told Mushah that he was going to deliver us with power, with mighty power, and then we hear this man say, oh, what would this mean for us? That he's going to deliver us from the house of Abad, from being a servant to others. That's how important it is for us to know, because we don't even understand it. And we don't look at what he did. Why would this statement strike us? Because our instruction already told us what he's going to do to deliver us. It's going to take power. If when we were without strength, he did what? So it made sense for him to come and have power. We were powerless, so we needed someone that could generate energy, enough energy to keep us from being subject. Don't you need somebody to generate energy? Huh? It says, seeing we also compassed about with so great a cloud, witness it. And you know, even Mushah tried to tell us that when he went to talk to Mr. Yahuwah. He said the nations done heard about it. They had a great cloud of witnesses. People done heard about what you did, how you brought them out. And he said, we had to run this race with what? So we don't faint. You gotta know how to pace yourself. Let's be honest. Listen, you gotta learn how to do this thing. Like I said, you gotta pace it. Y'all hear me? They're like Indiana, you gotta pace it. You're gonna mess up. A lot of y'all around here, you gotta know how to set yourself for this. Let's being honest, you gotta know how to set yourself for it. Everything that Yahushua went through, he was able to prepare himself based off the information from the law. Based off the information from the law, he was able to pattern himself. He ain't came out but one time and did that in the flesh. Listen, it's easy to sit back and read this stuff. It's another thing to put into practice. Oh, it's easy to say. You can sound and write it, but I want to see you get up and do it. When you got to put this on and you operate the way I'm telling you got to operate, that's a whole nother fight. That's a whole nother fight. Anybody can settle down. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I was just really not that impressed when no Malak King set up down and talking about they ain't sin. Put this on and come out here and do it. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not really impressed. You sitting right there with the man. Come down here and you can't see him, but he can see you. You come out here and work with these dirty niggas around him. These rotten bastards around here and see how it work out. They throwed out what was wrong up there. The junk down here with me. I got that. The reproach of them that reproach deep, it fell on me. 12 and 6. I got booked for what I'm teaching now. They be laughing. I got booked. Let's see what happened. Kazum. I got booked for what I be telling them. I can't believe you said it. You better believe I said it. You know, I spit it straight out of the mouth like it come. Let's see the book Kazun, they call it. It's in Kazun, they call it Revelations. Isn't that right? I'm telling the truth about this thing. Folks like, man, listen, anybody can live right, ain't got nothing bother. Let me see you do it with some trouble. Isn't that right? I gotta cry sometimes. I gotta cry all the time. Hard in my inside here, I'm bleeding water. There's running water. That's why I gotta go to the bathroom and pee. Crying on the inside. This is the 12th chapter of the book of Kazun. Is it 12 and 9? I want to back up to 7. Let's see 12 and 9. Let's see what the book says. Kazun, they call Revelation. Listen what happened.
And the great dragon was cast out.
You hear that? And the great dragon was cast out?
That old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole Arats.
Yeah.
He was cast out in the Arats.
Back me up at verse 7 is what I want. Back me up at 7. 9 and 7. 12 and 7. Listen.
And there was war in Shamayim.
And guess what happened? I got it down here. This is what happened.
Mikael and his Malachi fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his Malachi.
Y'all hear that? And what happened?
And prevailed not.
And prevailed not.
Neither was there Malchum found any more in Shamayim.
You got that? They ain't had no room for him. This is what happened.
And that great dragon was cast out.
Who?
That old serpent.
Who?
Called the devil.
What happened?
And Satan, which deceiveth the whole Arats.
See that? We deceive the whole Arats. What happened?
He was cast out into the Arats.
And what happened?
And his Malachi were cast out with him.
Tell me what happened.
And I heard a loud voice saying in Shamayim.
Listen here, everybody free. No more devil. No more trouble in our way.
Now is come salvation and strength and the Malkuth of our Elohim and the power of his Mashiach, for the accuser of our Aki is cast down, which accused them before our Elohim, Yum and Layla.
You know how you do that? You use the law. You use the law. How does you think what other accusation you could possibly bring up on other than the law? He already know the man a liar. Now, all he got to do is use the law. Listen.
And they overcame him by the dam of the Lamb
and high up.
And by the debar of the testimony.
How they feel about their life? Go ahead.
And they loved not their lives unto the death.
So they just found out why they can't beat him now. I cast them out of their house too. Yeah, they told you how they did it. They were powerless too. They overcame him by the dam of the Lamb. and by the word of their testimony, which they would have gotten from the debar. And they didn't love their life unto death. If you're afraid for your life, you won't fight back. I used to do it. When I was a kid in elementary, oh man, I want to fight back. I didn't want to get hurt. I want to get hurt. Then realize you get hurt when you don't fight back. You stand more of a chance getting hit. You just an open target. That being honest, you don't fight back. You say, I don't want to fight. I don't want to get hurt. Somebody hurt you. That devil will hurt you. You don't fight back. And you know how to get to a point at? I'll die for this. I'll die fighting for that. That's how they overcame it. They'd have did like us. They'd have quit. Hey, they getting kind of stressful. I don't want to mess around and lose my life. That's how he said they overcame them. Isn't that right? That's how the strength is in blood. We learned that. Don't y'all know the law of power is without the blood? Every covenant that we got was sealed with blood. Y'all know that? It was sealed in blood. Musa, when he spoke every precept, you know what he did? He sprinkled upon the people. Blood, and he used hyssop. How he did? He sprinkled and told her, now I just enjoined you. When a man married a woman and they came in and consummated, you know what happened? It was blood. When they came in and consummated, it was blood. He used blood. It sealed that bond. And that's what he did for us. He came in and joined us to something. He said that's what they used to beat him. And you believe we sit down and we take his dinner, what he told him? This cup. That's it. That's how you don't overcome it. And you know what else you can't do? You can't love your life to death. You can't love yourself to death. You can't love your wife, your kids, your mother, your uncle, your children, your grandkids, your job, your car, your house. Otherwise, you'll quit fighting. They fought. They had to be serious. They said they love not. That had to be a pretty strenuous fight. In fact, they got down to a point they could have quit. Especially, think what you gonna do if something get down and you got to die. Typically, you gonna start to try to save yourself. Typically, that's what you do. That's human nature. That's a lot of stuff you be doing. If you feel like you finna die, and me and you fight, and you feel like you finna die, you know what you finna do? You finna take care of trying to get yourself straight first, and you mess around, you'll lose. Not them. They didn't love their life unto death. They just didn't. They just did. They held to what they committed to. So unlike a lot of us in here, we'll give up quick. We'll give up. A lot of times, you'll see more of this debauch working here. You're going to see the way you're going to work. Not that we're above nobody or whatever. Everything that you'll see happening, come happen, it got to happen this way. It had to happen this way. Don't let nobody fool you. Let's see what happened right quick. Hit me up at 2 Thessalonians right quick, 2 and 10. And we're going to finish up that car zone. See that 2 and 1. Let me just see what that said right quick. See, the people hate me because I take a stand. Oh, they do. I've been doing this 20-something years. I ain't moved yet. Isn't that right? When I hear it, I get it. That's what I take, and I'll make whatever correction I make, and I get it right. You know what they'll do? They'll continue to sin. Yep. He said the wicked shall do wickedly. That's what they do. I expect the son to keep sinning. I'm expected to keep standing. He told me to walk worthy of my vocation, wherewith I was called. And you can't come unto him except he draw you. At Musa, how they got there. He had to draw him. Listen what happened. Listen to the book.
Now we beseech you, Akim.
What happened?
By the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach and by our gathering together unto him.
Y'all hear that? He told us to gather my kudash together unto me, though they made a covenant by sacrifice. They ain't going to love their life unto death. A sacrifice. Listen.
That ye be not soon shaken in mind.
What else?
Or be troubled. Neither by Ruach, nor by Debar, nor by letter as from us.
What happened?
As that the Yom of Mashiach is at hand.
What happened?
Let no each deceive you by any means.
Why?
For that day shall not come.
You said when now?
For that day shall not come.
Unless what?
Except there come a falling away first, and that each of sin be revealed.
That's what I'm talking about. It got to happen. It got to happen. He said, don't let nobody deceive you, and don't you get shaken. Don't let move me when folks get gone. I know what happened. He getting ready to come back. It's 11 now. He done just told me, these folks don't shake me. Don't nobody move me. I'm still standing. I got book for what I'm teaching. Tell them to give you book for what they living. I ain't studying no book. I know it. He ain't studying you. That's why you ain't in it. He said, ain't going to come unless there be a falling away. They got to have them their way. These folks don't know what they're doing. Listen, this thing winding up. He said, this thing going to come. These folks don't shake me with nothing they be doing. I steady keep moving. Just like Indian, I be pacing. Huh? Just like that, what I'm going to do, all I can do, I got to keep pacing. I know this thing right. He done set the highway down. Man done already laid it for all I got to do is stay on the path. Everybody going to be saved, going to hear their voice. Everybody going to be saved, they believe. They're going to obey. Though they're not, they're going to do exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And everybody in the whole world is doing what they're supposed to do. Don't ever go bother these people and see no sinner say, you do what you're not doing what you're supposed to do. That's a lie. If you sinning, you're supposed to be sinning. If you're obeying, you're supposed to be obeying. Even the book of Consecration tells you that. He said, he that is filthy, clean up. No, sir, I wouldn't dare tell a filthy man to clean up they ain't supposed to. Sir, you look mighty dandy in your filthy clothes. He that's unjust, I wouldn't tell that man try to make that right. No, when you, Mr. Who ain't trouble me to, listen, sir, you keep doing business that way you do it. He told me, he that is Sadak, stay Sadak. He that Sadiq, stay Sadiq. He said, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. I'm going to give it to every each according to work should be. I ain't trying to stop like this. I'll be the last person to try to save everybody. It's not my job to save the whole world. He ain't never gave me no message time I save the whole world. I just put this thing out there. They that know him, he said, my sheep. They hear my voice. Folk that know him, if they say they know him, they know who I am. I don't have to make no, listen, I don't have to make no formal introduction. They know me. They know me. If you know him, I know you know me. All I'm telling you what he said, I ain't trying to gather these people for me. I'm trying to gather you because the man coming back here. If you ain't got no mind to be saved, you doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Kill time, tell lie, hypocrite, false pretend, backbite, mama grumble, whoremonger, fornicate, steal, and cheat, and everything else that's against the will of Elohim. I'll be the last person to call you out of it. When I tell these folks to come out from among them and be separate, I'm only talking to his sheep. I don't even waste a prayer on their right. Wouldn't even make sense. They sit around, your Jesus will be trying to save the whole world. Isn't that right? Let Jesus save them. Isn't that right? I'm telling the truth. Mr. Yahuwah ain't studying all these people. He done already told them what's going to happen. It's going to be a great falling away. It's got to happen. Isn't that right? What you think happened even happened with Yahushua when he was sitting down? He said, and all the men forsook him. Man didn't hold, but he left. Man had 84 and wound up when he left by the time he got to the end. You don't think that's a great falling away? And guess what happened? Yahuwah showed up. He said, that man of sin going to be revealed. Who working and coming right out the Satan with all lying wonders. These folks got to happen. Hit me up at 2 and 10 since I'm talking. I quote that thing. I know it right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. These folks don't like it, but it's right. Let me tell you something. These folks got to burn. These folks got to burn. All I got to do is be saved when the man come back here. Man, I be praying in man. Listen, I'm scared now. I ain't finna go. Listen, if I should turn and go back out there, let me die to death. Don't even give me no. I'm not going back out there. No, sir, it's too late in the evening now. Man, you can't control a heartbeat. Do you know your heart get wound up from the time you in conception? Who in charge of changing that battery? Who in charge of checking that thing and winding it up? Man, I can't be out here fooling around. Man, your lungs keep blowing and going, and sometimes you can swallow that stuff going down. Don't you know you get enough fluid in your lungs will collapse? Man, who in charge of pulling that water back out of there? Man, I can't be fooling around out here. It's too scary out here. Too much you can't control. That man said, see, go blind. I can't be fooling around out here. Hitting that right. Man, I mess around and be blind. That man said, I got an occasional stumbling. No, sir. I don't want to be naturally blind. I definitely don't want to be blind from the Ruach. I got to take my time. Y'all can play around. I guarantee you I'll be him. I'm standing. Listen, been doing this over 21 years. They ain't brought one true accusation. Hypocrites in here and out there too. Now one of them done shut it down. They ain't got one of them. You a liar and a leak in your booty hole stink. That's right. Telling these lies, I've been standing. Bring forth your witnesses. That's right. Isn't that right? I've been doing it over 21 years. Joker been lying all their life and hypocrite and false pretending. Folks run their mouth, they don't like the truth. I don't go and give me one of them I done cut a deal with. Everybody got to live right. Nobody gonna get by. Y'all can cut a deal with these folks you want to. I'm on Yahuwah's side. And that when Mushani came down, who is on Yahuwah's side, let him come unto me. I got this sword, I'll cut your darn throat. Even Balaam had enough sin when he was smiting that ass. Fuck! He said, I wish it was a sword. I'll cut your head off. Man gonna kill his own ass. Hitting that right. That's the mind of one of the, I'm trying to tell you, that book. Man got ready to kill it. He said, am not I thine own ass? He said, yeah, but I'm finna kill you. Yeah. I'm finna kill you. I got a sword. I'll kill you with this thing. Yeah. All right, that's tight. They don't like that, though. That's tight on man. That's bad you ain't got more sense than Balaam. Balaam wasn't going to kill nobody else. He going to kill his own. Isn't that right? Yeah. Man, I said, you don't say him, you don't mock me, I'll kill you. Yeah. You ain't going to believe what other book told you. It told me to be not deceived. Who know what they say after that? That's right. Pick me up right quick, 6 and 9. That's why I'm up here. I'm getting my paycheck. Galatians. Galatians 6 and 9. You still got me 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. I'll put all that down in the book for him. Let's see what he told you. Listen to the book.
Verse 7.
Listen.
Be not deceived.
Y'all hear that? Be what now?
Not deceived.
Hold on. Be not deceived. Tell them what happened, son.
Elohim is not mocked.
Where you get that from? Balaam. Balaam told you don't mock me, I'll finna kill you. He had on mine, I'll finna kill you. My own ass, I'll kill it. That's tight. Man, and you know what happened? He even told you in the 10th chapter of the book of Romans. I mean the 10th chapter of the book of Abadyah, when he told you about think not I come to send peace, but a sword. He said he can't set a mother, a father, and all these different people. And then he said even your own life. You ain't gonna believe it. Even your own ass. Even your own ass. Got that from Balaam. The man finna kill his own. Am not I thine own ass? Balaam gonna kill his own ass. What you think about that? With a sword. I learned that from Mushan when he had Louis to do it. Told every east to take his sword. And slay every man his Aki. Every man his companion, his wife, his friend, kill them. Every one of them. And he done came along and told him, I want you to go further. I want you to be like Balaam. I want you to kill your own ass. Now he just told me, be not deceived. Elohim is not mocked. Whatsoever each do,
that shall he also reap.
I'll kill you. He said, I'll kill you. When he come back here, y'all will see. Y'all will see when he come back here, he gonna kill you. Don't try to tell about you know Yehuda. Don't try to tell about you know Yasharal. Pick me up. Who know what I want? Yes, Yahoo 1 and 1. Let's see what happens. Yes, Yahoo. Yes, Yahoo they call Isaiah 1 and 1. Listen to the book.
The Kazun of Yeshayahu, the Ben of Amos.
You pick me up right quick at 22. For Mark Bart, I'm trying to get ready to try to go. But Mark Bart 22. Drop down and give me about verse 15. They call it Numbers. Listen.
Which he saw concerning Yehuda and Jerusalem in the Yamim of Uzziah, Yotham, Achaz, and Chizkiah, Malakim of Yehuda. Hear, O Shamayim, and give ear, O Arats. For Yahuwah hath spoken, I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
How y'all feel? Listen.
The ox knoweth his owner.
See that? The ox. Why he didn't tell you about the calf? Well, it make no sense to tell you about no calf and no cow. It makes sense to tell you about an ox. An ox knoweth its owner.
And the ass his master's crib.
But what happened?
But Yasharal doth not know, my people doth not consider.
See that? You tell you what their people is. People are ox and asses. You should know better. He told you that an ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. You ain't got no business laying up everywhere else. You ain't got no business running out here visiting, laying up in these places fooling around. Especially when you know your owner and know where you're supposed to be. Yeah. He said, well, Yasharal doth not even know. And that's amazing because Shaul told you that. The hard designed prayer form that they might be saved. I bet on record they got a zeal, but they ain't got no knowledge. Because he just told you they don't know. They don't know. Listen what happened.
Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, beneath that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahuwah. They have provoked the Kadash one of Yasharal unto anger.
See that? Well, hold on for a minute. You said, what did it back me up just a little bit, man? A seed?
A sinful nation,
a
people laden with iniquity.
Pay attention now. A people laden with iniquity. What happened?
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers. What happened?
Beneath that are corrupters.
Y'all paying attention to this? Beneath children that are corrupted. What else?
They have forsaken Yahuwah.
They have forsaken Yahuwah.
They have provoked the Kadash one of Yasharal unto anger.
Yeah.
They are going away backward.
That's good. Let's see what happened here. But mark by 22. 22 and 15. Now I try to finish that 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Try to get y'all on. Hanging up, Mike. Can't be blind and sleep at the same time again. I tell you, Ray Charles and Steve Wonder mess you up. They can just pop out of that thing, act like they had their eyes like they were with you the whole time. So they do that now and just stop on you. Right, Steve, you sleep? No, man, just chilling. They right hit you right quick with that thing. That's dirty though, ain't it? That's dirty, man. You just said you go to sleep like that and fake somebody and start back rocking the whole time like you've been up. Because you can't say, open up your eyes. They're going to be bad, isn't that right? Listen to it. This is Mark by 22 and 15. Listen to the book. Numbers they call it, Bamar bar in the wilderness. Listen.
And Balak sent yet again Sharim, more and more honorable than they.
Listen.
And they came to Balaam and said to him, Thus saith Balak, the Ben of Zippor, Let nothing, I below thee, hinder thee from coming unto me.
Yeah.
For I will promote thee unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me.
Yeah.
Come therefore, I allow thee, and Allah me this arm. And Balaam answered and said unto the Abadim of Balak, If Balak would give me his beth full of silver and gold,
what you'll do?
I cannot go beyond the debar of Yahuwah my Elohim to do less or more.
What happened?
Now therefore I below you, tarry ye also here this Layla, that I may know what Yahuwah will say unto me more.
Mm-hmm.
And Elohim came unto Balaam at Layla and said unto him, If the Anashim come to call thee, rise up and go with them.
See that? Y'all see that? Set him up. Yahuwah told him, go ahead and go. Listen.
But yet the debar which I shall say unto thee, that shalt thou do.
Listen.
And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the Sharim of Moab.
Listen.
And Elohim's anger was kindled because he went, and the Malachie of Yahuwah stood in the way for an adversary against him.
Yeah.
Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two Abadim were with him.
Yeah.
And the ass saw the Malachie of Yahuwah standing in the way.
What happened?
And his sword drawn in his hand.
Yeah.
And the ass turned aside out of the way.
Yeah.
And went into the field, and Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way.
Yeah.
But the Malachie of Yahuwah stood in a path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall on that side.
What happened?
And when the ass saw the Malachie of Yahuwah, she thrust herself unto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again.
What happened?
And the Malachie of Yahuwah went further and stood in a narrow Malchum, where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left.
What happened?
And when the ass saw the Malachie of Yahuwah, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. And Yahuwah opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam,
what did she say?
what have I done unto thee that thou hast smitten me these 3 times?
What happened?
And Balaam said unto the ass,
What did he say?
Because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now would I kill thee.
So if an ox knows their owner and an ass is master's crib, but Yasharal does not know, a sinful nation, a people laden, you do know you laid donkeys with iniquity, people that are corrupters, they have gone away backwards. So when you think that Malachi was sitting there in front of him swinging the sword, which way you think it went? Balaam told you what he wanted. I want to kill you. Y'all ass as good as kill. He referring you to an ox, and he was referring, and he already told you the ox to the slaughter. You won't catch nothing. The fact that he was referring you to an ox and to a donkey, when you go back and read about a donkey, he just told you they were laden with iniquity. You know what about the thing was when he had Balaam on her back? He was a sinner. She was laden with iniquity. And she had turned around and went backwards. He had gave Balaam instruction what to do. And you come back and ask me again, go ahead and go. Then he come along and tell you, don't you be deceived because all he not marked. I know what I told you to do. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap it. I'm going to kill your ass. Don't worry about it. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. I try to get y'all out. They ain't going to catch on to nothing. It don't matter what you're showing. You still want to be like Jesus. Walk like him, talk like him, serve like him, love like him. Like a pig. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Listen to the book.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
See that? Come on.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Amazing. We didn't finish in the Kazun, the 12th chapter. He told us when they were cast down, he told us, woe to the inhabitants of the rocks, because the devil had come down having great wrath, because he know he don't have but a short time. He know times just like you, he know hours. This is what people don't realize. The man told y'all are not there. What was again? How many hours? When he supposed to come back? A thief in the night. When does night come? After day. So you starting to count. You starting to count. You starting to pay attention. And why? The devil's smart enough to know to count. When he come down, he know he don't have long because he been watching the hourglass. He already know what time it is. The man coming like a thief in the night. So it's day. He knows the day is going to end. He's going to catch you at night, off guard. He's been trying to tell y'all this the whole time, but y'all don't pay attention. Y'all really don't pay attention to nothing, though. Why does he keep telling you about 12 hours? They didn't tell you about working. When the man went out here and hired people, he'll start telling you what happened. He's going to call everybody in. By the time it's night, at nighttime, he's going to sell his debts. Ask him when we was in Mizraim. You know when he settled his debt? At night. He just waited on the day to end. As soon as the day ended, because they should have been watching, they were paying attention, he teach them how to count it. He let them know, start setting up. He did. He let them start setting up. Start letting them set everything aside. They let them know when the first day of the Yari come, all the way to the 10th day, you're going to set it aside. And the 14th in the evening when they come, I'm getting ready to come in here. He said, I'm going to pass through Mizraim. I'm executing judgment. Y'all going to see what's going to happen. They ain't got no better to say. Y'all don't play it in him. You lie, you hypocrite, you fabricate. Not just here, everywhere out there too. You're going to pay for it. Time coming. The man done told you to come. And he know he don't have but a little bit of time. It done got late now. He know he don't have long. His whole job to come down here to deceive you. He said, and with all deceivingness?
Of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Why would you have any good in you? Because they do what?
Because they receive not the love of the amount.
For what reason?
That they might be saved.
They don't want to be saved. For what reason now?
And for this cause, Elohim shall send them strong delusion.
I still think I'm right, even though I know I'm wrong. I still think I'm saved, even though I'm hell-bound. She old bound. He told you, who you think give you the mind to sit around hypocrite, fall pretend, and you think you're still right? Mr. Yahuwah give you that. Who else can give you that mind and let you do that? Mr. Yahuwah. He sent and let him. And what bad? The Malachi tried to warn us and tell him. He coming down having great wrath. He need other people to get the seed. When he came to the gun, what you think he came down there for? To the seed. What did she say he did? He deceived me. He had me think I was doing right. You say he clearly told her, don't eat it neither. You ain't going to surely. You know they tell him, that's Smith doctrine. That serpent done got him. That devil done got him. Oh, that's Smith doctrine. Smith ain't using nothing but the book. Wherever they go, same book. Take their wrong printed book and I'll get them to do right. But this is set up for you for a reason. Just so you'll burn forever. With all deceivableness unrighteous in them that perish, because you won't receive the love of the truth. For this cause.
And for this cause, Elohim shall send them strong delusion.
Now, you got to ask yourself that. Now, how Elohim going to send me a strong delusion? How is he going to do that? He going to do what? And where? In the mouth of all their Nabiim. In their prophet. The book said he can't tempt you with saying, neither tempt thee any man. So I got lying Christian preachers. I got lying Hebrew Israelites. I got lying people that sit at the Abadyah. He got them set up that are sick. Think about it. You wouldn't believe no Christian. Would you let a Christian preacher sit around and try to tell you what's right? You already know. But guess what he do? I'll send you a lying Abadyah. Because I know you'll listen. I know you'll believe him. Huh? He already done tested it. When the Malaka, Yasharal and the Malaka Yehuda were together, they already asked him, is it anybody else? Because the other one, they couldn't convince him. So you're going to have to use one of our own. What said they made me the Elohim going to send me a strong delusion? He clearly told you, your Lord clearly told you that. He said he asked who is going to go up and convince them so they will fall, so he will die. And one said on that matter, I will go and be a lying ruach in the mouth of all his Nabaim. And Yahuwah said, go. He sent him out. Yeah. That what the devil, and you know what bad about that? The fact that they sit here and tried to warn you he was coming down. The fact that he done told you that he wanted to come down and get inside a man and convince a man to lie and persuade a man or men to fall. And you still stupid enough, you ain't got enough say to catch it. They warned me, though. They told me he come, he got great wrath. I'll be a fool to fall for it. This is what happened. But this cause shall Elohim send them a strong delusion. They should believe a
lie.
That they all might be saved.
That they all might be damned. So
when he said, my heart desire and prayer for Elohim is that the world might be saved. Talking about Yasharal. He just told you what the rest of them. He don't send it for this cause. He don't send it they all might be damned. Why would I be praying for the whole world when he done got some people set to be damned? Don't make sense, does it? He just told me he done, for this reason he sent them down. So these people can be damned. They do what now?
Who believed not the Amat.
Because they don't believe the truth. And what happened?
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
They love other people and people doing wrong. They friend with folk that do wrong and help them do wrong. So for this call, he done sit down so you can be damned. Because you won't take it, so you can be down. He done set you up to be down. I love it because it's right. That's good.